What's up guys, Donald's Movies, and welcome to the 4th battle of the Versus series. In this video, we'll be discussing a possible battle scenario between the two end bosses, Arthas the Lich King and Garrosh the Warchief. So, with the information that we have, I will try to speculate a possible battle scenario.
Now to your defenses, my son. For the champions of justice gather at your gates.
Let them come. Frostmourne hungers.
Arthas, the Prince, Paladin, Death Knight, and the Lich King. Once he was the heir to the throne of Lordaeron and a promising paladin, but then he got corrupted by the evil blade Frostmourne, which made him lose his sanity and kill most of his men and his father. Later on, he became the Lich King and wanted to take the world for himself and the Scourge.
The world will hear of this. They will come for you. Yes, I'm counting on it. The armies of the world will come for me. And within my fortress, they will face all the terrible creatures I have wrought. The boundless power I have mastered. And one by one, they will fall at my feet. Anyone who would rise against my new horde will be impaled upon the spires of Orgrimmar!
Garrosh, the son of Grom Hellscream, the leader of the Warsong clan. Once rescued by Troll in the broken world of Draenor, he became very close to the Warchief that at one point he was even given the title of the Warchief in the absence of Troll, and in the meantime he battled the Alliance, unleashed terrible creatures into the world, destroyed most of the traditional horde, and even absorbed the powers of the old gods. So, if Arthas and Garrosh faced off in a 1v1 duel, who would win? Arthas is the son of Tyrannus Menethil, the king of Lordaeron. He was also a paladin in training and a student of Uther the Lightbringer. From the start, he always loved his people, which was what led him to the corruption, and he saw the plague that was destroying his kingdom, and he made it his absolute goal to hunt down Mal'Ganis the Dreadlord, which he thought was the source of the curse. Then he sailed to Northrend, and that is where he took the runic blade called Frostmourne as a means to defeat Mal'Ganis, but little did he know that it was all a plan of Ner'zhul to free himself. Cursed through the blade, he killed his men and raised them as the undead. He also destroyed the entirety of Lordaeron, Quel'Thalas, and on top of that, even killed his own father.
What is this? What are you doing, my son? Succeeding you, father.
So he pretty much became everything he fought against, and his ultimate goal was just to merge with Ner'zhul and become the new Lich King. For years, his powers were rising, as well as the Scourge he commanded, and during the Wrath of the Lich King, he wanted to take the world for himself and be the one true king of the world of Azeroth. However, he failed as he was stopped by the Argent Crusade, the Adventurers, and Tyrion Fordring. But nevertheless, he was still very powerful and a very influential character. Arthas, before the corruption, wasn't particularly strong. I mean, he was about as strong as your average paladin, but his powers were much greater when he became a Death Knight, as he managed to kill Uther, he managed to kill Sylvanas, and even defeat Kel'Thas and Illidan in one-on-one combat. Granted, he was empowered quite a bit through the proximity to the Frozen Throne, but still, he defeated Illidan, who is considered to be pretty much a master of hand-to-hand combat. We can see later on that his power was much greater, and even though his powers were mainly in raising the undead and controlling the Scourge, he was also quite powerful in hand-to-hand combat, as he defeated the son of Ferox Saurfang with just one simple blow, completely shattering his axe. But how the Lich King fared in battle against the Warchief of the Horde, Garrosh Hellscream. Garrosh is the son of Gromesh and one of the Magar, meaning that he was never affected by the demonic curse like the rest of the orcs because of the sickness the Magar were under. He grew up in a grand with the rest of them, but he was always depressed and he always felt guilty because of his father's actions, which led the orcs to ruin. But all of that changed when Thrall came and told Garrosh of how he sacrificed himself for the Horde, and from that moment forward, Garrosh woke up from the depression and felt proud. Probably even overly proud, because minus the sacrifice, his father wasn't exactly the shiniest among all of the orcs, because he drank the demon blood 2 times willingly, and he was also very short-tempered and hot-headed, just like Garrosh. But still, that didn't really stop Garrosh from growing his ego, as it got even worse once he was successful in the Northern campaigns against the Lich King, because he became a very popular figure amongst the Horde. Soon, however, the Shattering came, and Thrall, leaving for his shaman duties, named Garrosh as the Warchief of the Horde, and at first Garrosh didn't really expect it, but not long after, his lust for power kicked in, because he started many of these aggressive campaigns against the Night Elves and the rest of the Alliance, and he even accepted many questionable members into the Horde, such as the Dragon Maw and the Blackrock Orc. Soon enough though, he got very power hungry and he excavated the heart of the fallen old god Y'Shaarj, and by defeating Terran Zoo, his way was clear to drop the heart into the sacred pools, which pretty much reshaped the entire zone. After that, he took the heart to Orgrimmar and he has dropped the Gorehowl, his father's axe, for a weapon much more powerful called Zalatoch. And with the new weapon and the power of the old gods, he became so much more powerful, and he even managed to defeat Thrall in a 1v1 duel quite simply. However, it didn't really work out for him, as in the end he was stopped by the combined Rebellion and Alliance forces. However, he did manage to escape to the altered world of Draenor, where in the end he was finally laid to rest by Thrall.
You chose your own destiny.
But nevertheless, he was a still quite powerful character, because in the Burning Crusade he wasn't that powerful, but his craft as a warrior was pretty much on the rise every day. And in the midst of Pandaria, even without the old god's powers, he still managed to defeat one of the greatest monks ever, called Terran Zoo, in just single-handed combat. However, he only got his true power once he was enhanced by the heart of Y'Shaarj and his new weapon Zalatoch. But who would win if the old god enhanced Garrosh fought Arthas, the Lich King? In my opinion, I think Arthas would have the upper hand here, because he became unbelievably powerful during his reign as the Lich King, and it is said that he wasn't even in his full prime. Of course, I'm talking about a 1v1 like a fair duel, disregarding the numbers of the Scourge and the number of the Garrosh's Horde. And if they fought, it would be very unlikely that Frostform would break a Gorehowl, let alone Zalatoch, like the Saurfang's axe was broken. But I still believe Arthas would win in the end, because he became something much greater than Garrosh. However, if you're talking about a battle between the Paladin Arthas and the Warrior Garrosh before the influences they had, I believe that Garrosh would win in that battle without a doubt. But in the end, that is just my opinion. Now, do leave yours in the comment section below, and also who you would like to see in the next versus video. And also don't forget to like and subscribe if you're not subscribed already, as it really helps out the channel and supports the channel and keeps all these videos going. And thanks a lot for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and see you next time.